Hey mathematicians, this is Mr. Mailhot. Let's keep doing some math. My video cut off again, so let's pick up back on number 2. You should have talked with your partner to see which inequality you thought matched this problem. The answer for this one is A. It's A. And I think a lot of you probably got this one. Let's look at their explanation. It says because of this 1/7 amount of water plus the 9 grams for the chemical used. I mean, I'm seeing here 1/7 of the amount of water plus the 9 grams. Well, there's plus 9. That total, back to their explanation, that total must be less than 26.25 grams. Now, I didn't see a 26.25 in this problem here, but look what they say. They said that's likely the maximum amount of the chemical that can be used. But if you were able to get this 1/7 plus x plus 9, I mean, that's B doesn't have 1/7 x plus 9, and neither does C, and neither does D. Cool. Okay, so again, if you need to pause the video, you should have this explanation written down. You can copy word for word, or your own interpretation and put it into your own words is even better. It's an even better way to understand what's going on. Okay, so pause the video. When you're ready, come back and we'll do number 3. Go ahead and pause. Okay, mathematicians, number 3. Let's read it first. The hiking club is on a hike down a cliff. They began at an elevation of 12 feet and descend at a rate of 3 feet per minute. Let's annotate. They begin at an elevation of 12 feet. So I think this is somehow like a start. I mean, begin, I'm just annotating. And descend, that means going down. So mathematically, I think that's going to be minus or subtract. And a rate of 3 feet per minute. 3 feet per minute. That seems important too. Now, does it say how many minutes they went for? I don't see that. Well, it doesn't really matter that they're a hiking club. But if we know they're starting at 12 and descending at 3 feet per minute, turn talk with your group. See if you can decide which one, A, B, C, and D. Convince each other. You got to agree first. When you're ready, come back and we'll go through the explanation, okay? You need to pause the video, decide, and then we'll go through it. Go ahead and pause. Okay, mathematicians, welcome back. For number 3, the answer is C. Let's talk about why. C, because they start at 12 feet and then lose 3 feet per minute. That's what we said. Minusing is like losing 3 feet per minute. And look at what they say here. This is good. If x is the number of minutes they take on the hike, then 3x is the change in elevation. This 3x is this here, descending at 3 feet per minute. The last sentence where it says their elevation must be above negative 37 feet. Maybe that's the bottom of the cliff. I don't know, negative 37 feet. That's like, you're not going underground. Maybe it's 37 feet down from where they started. Okay? You need to have an explanation like this. You can copy if you want, or put the main points into your own words. When you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll go through number 4. Go ahead and pause and write the explanation. All right, mathematicians, number 4, here we go. Science Club is researching boiling points. They learn that at high altitudes, water boils at a lower temperature. At sea level, water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. With each increase of 500 feet in elevation, the boiling point of water is lowered by about 1 degree Fahrenheit. Let's annotate. So, skipping the first sentence, we're going to cross that out in a second. Learn that at higher altitudes, water boils at a lower temperature. So at sea level, it boils at 212. With each increase, that means going up, of 500 feet, the boiling point is lowered. That would mean going down or minus about 1 degree Fahrenheit. I don't care that it's a science club. We're just talking about science. Yeah, they learned all this stuff, but I'm just crossing this out so that we can focus down on what is important in the problem. So something about 212 degrees Fahrenheit increasing by 500 feet gives you 1 degree Fahrenheit lower. I do notice, before I tell you to pause, you all notice they have an E for their variable? I bet you. Remember, we talked about defining our variables, that we pick letters that often make sense. You could always pick X, but in this case, I think they picked E because my handwriting's bad. They picked E because of standing for elevation, because they're talking about elevation. Okay, this is a tricky one. I'm going to give you one more thing to think about. This part here, for each increase of 500 feet, it's lowered by 1 degree Fahrenheit. That's a rate. That's like a ratio where if they go up 500 feet, the temperature is lowered by 1 degree Fahrenheit. Isn't that the same thing as saying for every 1 degree Fahrenheit that goes down, they would need to go up 500 feet? That's saying the same thing, right? Just saying it in reverse. So looking at this, especially this, that might help you come up with an explanation or a choice for one of those. Okay? Pause the video for the last time. Talk with your partners, see if you can agree on which one it has to be, and then we'll go through the answer. Pause. Okay, mathematicians, last one. For this one, they say the answer is A. I wonder how many of you got A. This was probably the hardest one out of the 4. They say A because the boiling point is 212 degrees, and that's what we have here, and decreases by 1/500th of a degree. So let's see. This part of their explanation, yeah, that matches here. Decreases minus by 1/500th of a degree